I loved having a nice car. I mean, who doesn't? The problem was I had no idea how to actually afford one. I rolled negative equity into loans that followed me for over a decade. Every time I thought I was starting fresh, I was just burying the last mistake deeper. And here's what nobody tells you: cars are the second biggest purchase most people make in their lifetime. The entire industry is built to make you sign before you do the math, and it robs years from your life. You look at your neighbor's new truck and think they've got it figured out. They don't. They're drowning too. They're just quieter about it. I'm Stan. I'm a software engineer and a veteran. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm definitely not selling you a course. I made every one of these mistakes, and I manage every dollar of my own money now. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how the trap works and the right way to do it.
The day Marcus drove his brand new car off the lot, he had no idea he'd just signed up to make payments for the rest of his life. But right now, none of that exists. Right now, it's just him, the open road, and that new car smell, windows down, music up. Every person on the highway is looking at him, or at least that's how it feels. You know this feeling. That first drive where the steering wheel still feels like a gift, where every red light is just a chance for somebody else to admire what you've got. He pulls up to his boy Jake's place and hits the horn twice. Jake walks out, stops mid-step, and just stares. That right there, that's the reaction Marcus has been waiting for. Jake circles the thing like it's a sculpture, runs his hand along the hood, peeks through every window, checks the rims. Marcus just stands there, arms crossed, grinning like a proud father. Marcus pops the door. Get in. Jake drops into the passenger seat, and they just sit there for a second, breathing in the leather, the dash, that factory fresh everything. This is the dream. And honestly, I get it. I've been Marcus. Most of us have. That moment you pull off the lot in something brand new, it doesn't feel like a purchase. It feels like proof you're winning. Nobody tells you that feeling has an expiration date, that it fades faster than the paint protection they have sold you on the way out. But we'll get to that. Right now, he's cruising home at golden hour, one hand on the wheel, replaying every compliment in his head. The price on that window sticker? Already a distant memory. And that monthly payment sitting in the glove box? Just a number on a piece of paper. He'll worry about it later. He's going to be worrying about it for a very long time. Rewind 2 days. Before the open road, before the new car smell, before any of it. Marcus walked into that dealership with one number in his head and zero idea what was about to happen to it. Vince spotted him from across the showroom. Hands in his pockets, that wide grin already locked in. See, Vince doesn't sell cars, he sells monthly payments. And there's a very expensive difference. First thing out of Vince's mouth, not the sticker price, not the total cost, just the monthly, about $800 a month. That number is the anchor. Everything else gets measured against it. Then Vince leans in. What happens when something breaks? Transmission, engine, electrical. You want to be covered, right? Extended warranty, bumper to bumper. He slides the paperwork across the desk like he's doing Marcus a favor. And the cost? It's only about $50 more a month. You won't even notice it. That's the play, never the total. Always the monthly bump. Because small numbers feel harmless. Next, gap insurance. If the car gets totaled, your regular insurance won't cover the full loan balance. You'd owe the difference. About $25 more a month. Marcus nods. It sounds responsible. For the first time, Marcus hesitates. He can feel the number climbing. Something in his gut says slow down. Maybe he doesn't need all of this. He opens his mouth to push back, and Vince doesn't even blink. I hear you, Marcus. But you're protecting a major investment here. Paint protection, about $25 more a month. Fabric coating tossed in like a bonus. Each one sounds like nothing. That's the whole design. Here's what Marcus isn't doing. He's not adding up the extras. He's not multiplying across the full loan term. He's hearing small bumps one at a time, and each one feels manageable on its own. When everything's added up, the monthly sits at about $900. Marcus walked in thinking about $800. He's signing for about $900. Vince bumped him up one small add-on at a time, and Marcus never felt a thing. An extra $100 a month doesn't sound like much, but over 84 months, that small bump just cost Marcus $8,400. That's the game. Vince never once showed him what all of this costs over the life of the loan, just the monthly, because if Marcus ever saw that real number, he would have walked. Marcus doesn't see any of that. He sees a monthly he can handle and a car he's been dreaming about. He picks up the pen, signs, shakes Vince's hand. And just like that, the trap is set. 3 months in, the new car smell is gone. There's a scratch on the bumper and a coffee stain Marcus doesn't remember making. But that monthly payment, it hits his account right on schedule. Every single time. One night, Marcus gets curious, pulls up a trade-in estimator on his phone, types in his make, model, mileage. Just wants to see where things stand. He should have left it alone. The second Marcus drove off that lot, his car lost about $4,500 in value. Not after a year, not after a fender bender, just from signing the papers and driving it home. That brand new car he was so proud of, worth about $36,000 the second it touched his driveway, and it hasn't stopped dropping since. Every month, quietly, a little more value just disappears. Now, here's what makes this really sting. While that car's value is falling off a cliff, Marcus's loan balance has barely budged. Those first payments are almost all interest. The bank eats first. So the car's value is dropping and the loan is barely moving. Those two lines are headed in completely opposite directions, and Marcus is caught right in the widening gap between them. By 12 months in, Marcus is about $10,000 upside down. That's how much more he owes than the car is actually worth. That's not a car loan anymore. That's an anchor around his neck. And now he's stuck. If he sells, he owes the difference out of pocket. If he trades it in, the dealer rolls that negative equity right into the next loan. There is no clean way out. Every morning, Marcus walks past that car. 3 months ago, it felt like the best thing he ever bought. Now it's the most expensive thing he can't get rid of. And here's what nobody says out loud. This isn't a Marcus problem. This is what happens to almost every single person who finances a brand new car. The system is working exactly as it was designed to. After just 1 year, that car is worth about $32,000, and it's not slowing down. Every year Marcus owns it, the gap between what it's worth and what he paid gets wider and wider. The payment doesn't care about any of this. First of the month, every month, the money leaves his account. The new car smell is a distant memory. But that payment? That's not going anywhere. 14 months in, then 20, then 2 years. The seasons change outside Marcus's window, but the payment doesn't. About $900 leaving his account every single month, like rent on a car that's worth less with every passing day. The car picks up its first door ding in a grocery store parking lot, then a curb scratch, then the seat fabric starts to wear. That showroom shine Marcus fell in love with, it's gone, but the payment stays brand new. Year 3, the dashboard warning light comes on, new tires, new brakes. Marcus is spending money just to maintain a car he's still paying off. Paying for it twice, once for the lender, once to keep it running. Then one morning, 5 years after he drove it off the lot, the final payment clears. Marcus stares at his phone, paid in full. For the first time in 5 years, there's no payment due next month. But here's what 5 years of affordable payments actually cost. Marcus handed over about $7,500 in pure interest. Not toward the car, not toward anything he keeps, just rent on borrowed money. For a few weeks, Marcus has breathing room. That chunk of cash stays in his account for the first time in 5 years. He starts thinking about what he could do with it. Save, maybe. Invest. Just breathe. Then Jake pulls up in something shiny, brand new, straight off the lot. He leans against the hood, grinning ear to ear, and he says the worst possible thing. Bro, you gotta upgrade. And just like that, the paid-off car stops feeling like freedom. It feels old. Marcus starts noticing every rattle, every scratch, every mile on the odometer. The car didn't change. His perspective did. 2 months. That's how long the freedom lasted. Marcus walks back onto Vince's lot and Vince greets him like an old friend. Same desk, same grin. He doesn't look surprised. He's been waiting. New car, new loan. About 900 a month, right back where he started. 5 years of payments didn't buy him freedom. They bought him a trade-in. The cycle doesn't break, it reloads. All right, let's stop for a second and actually count this. I want to add up everything Marcus has spent on cars, not just one, the whole pattern. Every loan, every trade-in, every dollar that quietly disappeared over the last decade. Car 1, brand new, off the lot. By the time he finished paying it off, that car had lost about $20,000 in value. Gone before he even owned it free and clear. Car 2, same play, traded in, financed another one, longer loan this time. Depreciation hit even harder. About $26,000 in value vanished, and Marcus didn't feel a thing because he was focused on the monthly payment. Car 3, bigger car, bigger loan, same exact trap. Depreciation took about $32,000 this time. Every car costs more than the last. Everyone loses more. The cycle doesn't slow down, it speeds up. Stack those up. 3 cars over a decade, about $79,000 gone just from depreciation. That's money that evaporated the second he drove off each lot, and he never even noticed it leaving. But depreciation is just what the car took. Now add what the bank took. Every single loan came with interest, about $7,500 per car, just for the privilege of borrowing money to watch it lose value. 3 loans, 3 rounds of interest. That adds up to about $23,000. Paid straight to the lender. Not $1 of that went toward the car. It bought him the right to make payments. And the whole time, the entire decade, Marcus never went a single month without a car payment. About $700 a month, every single month, like clockwork. He thought that was just how life worked. So here's the real number. Everything together. Depreciation, interest, payments, fees, all of it. Over the last decade, Marcus has poured about $130,000 into the car cycle. Say that number out loud. And what does he have right now? 1 car, used, losing value every single day he owns it. A decade of payments, and Marcus has got 1 vehicle that's worth less tomorrow than it is today. This isn't a mistake Marcus made. This is the system doing exactly what it was built to do. Dealerships, banks, insurance companies, they don't need you to buy 1 car. They need you to never stop buying. Marcus did what everyone told him was responsible. Finance a car, make the payments, trade up when it's time. That's the trap. Doing it the so-called right way, that is the trap. Now let me tell you about someone who saw the same trap and walked the other direction. Kevin Park. Same kind of job, same kind of neighborhood, same pressure to keep up with everyone around him. But Kevin played a completely different game. Kevin drives a SUV that's about 4 years old. Picked it up from a private seller. Clean title, low miles, detailed inside and out. Walk past it in a parking lot and you'd never guess someone else owned it first. Here's why Kevin buys 3 to 5-year-old cars. A brand new car loses value faster than almost anything you'll ever own. The moment it leaves the lot, the price starts falling, and it keeps falling hard for the first few years. By the time a car hits year 3 or 4, the first owner has already absorbed about $14,000 in pure depreciation. That's about 39% of what they paid. Gone, just like that. Kevin let someone else take that entire hit. Kevin found the exact same model, same trim, same engine, same features, same everything. His price? About $21,000. Not because the car was worse, because someone else already paid for those expensive first few years of ownership. That's about $19,000 less than what that same car costs brand new. Same exact vehicle. Same engine, same safety rating, same everything. Kevin just refused to pay for the privilege of being the very first person to sit in it. And Kevin didn't stretch his loan out over 5 or 6 years like most people do. He financed over 24 months. Aggressive? Yeah. But he wasn't trying to make the payment comfortable. He was trying to make it temporary. His monthly payment came out to about $1,000. That's more than most people pay for a car every month, and by a lot. But Kevin wasn't chasing the lowest monthly number. He was chasing the fastest way out. 24 months later, Kevin made his last payment. Done. No more interest. No more lender holding the title. No more due date on the calendar. He owned that car free and clear, and it still had years of good life ahead of it. And then Kevin did something most people would never think to do. The month after his loan ended, he set up another automatic transfer. Same amount, same day, same rhythm. But this time, the money went into his own account. He called it his car account. Every month, about $1,000 went in automatically. He wasn't saving for a specific car yet. He was building something bigger than that, a system. And that balance started climbing from the very first deposit. Most people are still sending their car payment to a bank every month and getting nothing back. Kevin sends the same amount to himself, and it grows. Same cash flow out of the checking account. Completely opposite direction. 3 years go by. Kevin drives his paid off car like it already did its job, because it did. No payment, no lender, just keys in his pocket and an account growing quietly in the background. Then one morning, Kevin opens the account. About $35,000. Just sitting there. Not from a bonus, not from a side hustle, just from redirecting a payment he was already making. So Kevin goes shopping. Not a dealership this time, private seller. A 3-year-old SUV, one owner, clean history, nicer than his first car in every way, and he's got cash to back it up. He covers the down payment from the account, finances the rest over 24 months. The monthly? About $875. And he already knows that number has an expiration date. 2 years later, paid off again. And here's where most people pocket the whole thing and move on. Kevin doesn't. He keeps paying himself, just half, about $440 a month automatic. The other half is his to keep. That's the reward for doing it right. Car 3. Better trim, better safety, more room in the back. His monthly? About $1,000. But the account covered most of the price already. Each car is a level up. Each one costs him less. See what's happening? Every cycle, the account has more time to grow. Every car costs Kevin less out of pocket. The gap between what he pays and what the account covers keeps shrinking. That's not budgeting. That's a system. Then the account crosses a line, about $40,000. At that point, the account's own growth, not Kevin's contributions, the returns, starts covering the cost of the next car all by itself. Let that sink in for a second. Kevin stops contributing. Just stops. The account keeps growing on its own. The returns replace what he spent on the car and then some. Every single cycle, it refills itself. After about 10 years of running this system, Kevin's car account is sitting at about $85,000. He didn't inherit it, didn't get a raise. He just stopped giving his car payment to a bank. Meanwhile, Marcus is on his fourth loan. Different car, same trap, same payment book. Kevin's driving something nicer than anything Marcus ever had, and Kevin's car didn't cost him a thing. Every car from here on out is a level up. Every car is free. Not because Kevin earned more than Marcus, because he made one different choice, and then he let the math set him free. Forget the math for a second. Forget the spreadsheets. Forget the comparisons. I just want you to do one thing for me. Picture next month. Your bills come in. Rent, groceries, utilities, phone. But there's one line that used to be there, and it's just gone. About $700 a month. That's what you've been carrying. Now imagine it's gone, not deferred, not refinanced, gone. Now picture that for the rest of your life. Not a fantasy, not some trust fund dream, a decision you can make right now. This isn't a retirement pitch. I'm not asking you to wait 30 years. I'm talking about next month. Breathing room you can feel right now. Marcus gets it now. Took him a while. Took all of us a while. But he's done making payments on something that loses value every single day. He's sitting in a car that's his. No payment book in the glove box. No lender on the title. Just keys. One less bill. One step closer to freedom. If this hit different for you, hit like. It genuinely helps this channel reach people who need to hear it. Drop a comment and tell me, what's your car situation? What are you working toward? I'm Stan, and I know money. I'll see you in the next one. Pay yourself first. Before the car payment, before the dealer, before anyone. Drive what you can afford, not what impresses. Set yourself free from car payments permanently. Every payment you make is wealth you will never see again. One less bill, one step closer to freedom. Those are your takeaways. I'm Stan, a real person behind this channel, and it genuinely matters to me that this helps you. If you learned something today, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And drop your story in the comments. We all make mistakes. We all learn. I'd love to hear what's worked for you.